Hey everyone, welcome back to your nerdy show. I'm your host, Spoiler Master. Today we're diving into The Last of Us Season 1, a series that took us on an emotional roller coaster through a post-apocalyptic world. From deadly fungal infections to deep, heartbreaking character moments, this show had it all. If you haven't seen it yet, spoilers ahead. Let's get right into the recap.
When I say go, you crawl to that wall and you squeeze through and you don't come out until I...
When you're lost in the darkness, we kick off the series in 2003. Society is on the brink of collapse due to a fungal infection, cordyceps, that's mutating and spreading across the globe. Joel, our main character, is trying to protect his daughter, Sarah, along with his brother Tommy as they flee their home in Texas. Unfortunately, tragedy strikes when a soldier opens fire on them, and Sarah is tragically killed right before our eyes. Fast forward 20 years, and Joel's life has drastically changed. He's now living in a quarantine zone in Boston controlled by FEDRA, a militarized government faction trying to control the infected and maintain order. Joel is a smuggler now, working with his partner Tess. They're just trying to survive, doing dangerous jobs for the right price. One day, things take a turn when Tommy goes radio silent and Joel is sent to track him down. Along the way, Joel and Tess meet Marlene, leader of the Fireflies, a rebel group fighting against Fedra. Marlene needs Joel and Tess to smuggle a young girl, Ellie, out of the quarantine zone and to a Firefly base. It turns out Ellie is immune to the cordyceps infection, and after an intense escape from the QZ, where a soldier tests Ellie for the infection, Joel and Tess are thrust into an uncertain future with Ellie, unsure of what lies ahead. Infected. 2 days before the outbreak, we get a chilling look into the origins of the infection. In Jakarta, Indonesia, a mycologist is brought in to examine an infected corpse, and her terrifying conclusion is that there's no cure. The only solution? Bombing the city to contain the spread. Fast forward to the present day, and Joel, Tess, and Ellie are trying to make their way to the Fireflies. Their journey is far from easy. They end up navigating through a history museum, only to face an encounter with the terrifying clickers. Incredibly dangerous, blind infected that use echolocation to hunt their prey. During the chaos, Ellie is bitten again, but it's clear she's different. Her bite doesn't get worse. She's immune. When they reach their destination, the Firefly's base is overrun, and Tess is bitten too. Knowing her time is running out, Tess makes a heart-wrenching decision. She stays behind to blow herself up, taking a large portion of the infected horde with her, giving Joel and Ellie a chance to escape. The duo is now left alone in a harsh world, and their journey truly begins.
I'm gonna lead them away from you, but if anybody makes it down here, you fucking kill them.
Long time. In the third episode, we get a heartbreaking but beautiful story about love and survival. Joel and Ellie travel to find Bill, a paranoid survivalist living in an isolated compound. We get flashbacks to 2007, where Bill first meets Frank, a man who stumbles into his booby-trapped compound. Despite Bill's reluctance, the two form a relationship and eventually fall in love. The episode takes us through their life together as they grow old, with Frank eventually falling ill. Frank asks Bill to help him end his life, and after Frank passes away, Bill follows. When Joel and Ellie arrive at the compound years later, they discover a note left for Joel from Bill, explaining that protecting Frank gave him meaning in a bleak world. Joel finds supplies and a truck, which sets him and Ellie on their way to find Tommy. Please hold to my hand. Joel and Ellie continue their journey and end up in Kansas City, where they are ambushed by a group of bandits. After a tense and brutal encounter, Ellie saves Joel by using Frank's pistol, killing one of the attackers. The bandits' leader, Kathleen, orders a manhunt for Joel and Ellie, believing they are linked to a man named Henry. As they try to escape the city, Joel and Ellie find themselves in a high-rise apartment, hoping to figure out their next move. This is when they meet Henry and his younger brother Sam, who are also trying to survive in this lawless world. A tentative alliance is formed, but things take a dark turn when the group is forced to confront the infected that begin pouring from underground. A terrifying bloater and a child clicker cause chaos, and the group is split. After escaping the chaos, tragedy strikes again. Sam, who had been bitten, becomes infected. Henry is unable to cope and in a moment of desperation kills Sam before turning the gun on himself. Joel and Ellie bury them and continue westward, their bond deepening through the pain and loss they've endured. Endure and survive. In this episode, we pick up 3 months after Sam and Henry's deaths. Joel and Ellie arrive in Jackson, Wyoming, where Joel is reunited with his brother Tommy. Tommy has built a thriving community with his wife Maria, and it seems like a beacon of hope in this grim world. But Joel's internal struggles are still apparent. He confides in Tommy about Ellie's immunity and the emotional toll the journey is taking on him. Joel is so afraid of losing Ellie, just like he lost Sarah, that he can't keep going with her. He asks Tommy to take Ellie to the Fireflies instead. Ellie overhears their conversation and she confronts Joel. Joel, after much thought, changes his mind. Realizing that Ellie has become a surrogate daughter to him, they head to Colorado, hoping to find the Fireflies. But when they arrive, they discover that the Fireflies have already vacated the area. They track them to a hospital in Utah, but their journey is far from over.
Kids around here don't usually look or talk like you.
Right.
Kin. Joel and Ellie's journey takes them to Colorado, where they hope to find the Fireflies. Along the way, they encounter a group of raiders. And in the chaos, Joel is stabbed while defending Ellie. He's badly injured, and Ellie is left to care for him as they make their way through the dangerous landscape. They find temporary shelter, but Joel's wound worsens, and he's unable to continue on. In a moment of despair, Ellie is forced to make tough decisions to protect him and get him to safety. She must decide what kind of person she's going to be in a world full of death and uncertainty. Left behind. As Joel lies injured, Ellie remembers her past in a flashback to her time at Fedra Military School. We learn that Ellie had a best friend named Riley, who left to join the Fireflies. In an emotional sequence, Riley and Ellie sneak out to an abandoned mall, where they explore and have fun, sharing one last night together before Riley leaves. However, things take a dark turn when both Ellie and Riley are bitten during an attack by infected. They make a pact to stay together, waiting to turn, but Riley dies, and Ellie is left heartbroken and alone. In the present, Ellie tries to save Joel using everything she's learned to treat his wounds and keep him alive.
You're a firefly? Jesus. I told you I'd fuck.
When we are in need, Ellie, now alone, goes hunting to find food for her injured companion. After successfully killing a deer, she meets a man named David, who seems kind but is hiding something sinister. He and his group offer Ellie penicillin in exchange for the deer, and she accepts. However, David has a dark secret. He and his followers have been resorting to cannibalism to survive. When Ellie is captured, she narrowly escapes after a brutal encounter with David, who attempts to harm her. In a tense and heart-pounding finale, Ellie kills David, saving herself from his terrifying intentions. Joel eventually finds her, and in one of the most emotional moments of the season, he comforts her after everything she's been through. Look for the light. The season finale is a heart-wrenching culmination of everything Joel and Ellie have been through. In a flashback, we see Ellie's mother, Anna, giving birth to her while being bitten in the process. Marlene, the Firefly leader, takes Ellie and promises to protect her. In the present, the duo finally reaches the Firefly hospital, but Joel learns the terrible truth. The doctors are going to perform surgery on Ellie, which will kill her, in order to develop a cure for the infection. Joel cannot accept this, and in a violent and tragic series of events, he kills the doctors and Marlene to save Ellie. As they leave the hospital, Ellie awakens and Joel lies to her, telling her the Fireflies failed to find a cure. Ellie, still processing the truth, accepts Joel's word, and the two walk off into the uncertain future, their bond stronger than ever. Our nerdy thoughts. And that's a wrap on The Last of Us Season 1. From the devastating loss to the deep emotional moments shared between Joel and Ellie, the show is a roller coaster of feelings. The season sets up incredible stakes for the future, and we can't wait to see what's next for these two. Let us know your thoughts on the season in the comments. What was your favorite moment? And don't forget to like and subscribe for more recaps and deep dives into all your favorite shows. See you next time.
We didn't tell her, we didn't cause her any fear, there won't be any pain.
No, you take me to her. You take me to her right now!
No, what the heck, I'll laugh anyway.